This is American Top 40. We're getting closer and closer to number one. Here's a song that held the number one spot for the last 2 weeks. The band out of Texas called Sixpence None The Richer with Kiss Me. Sixpence None The Richer with Kiss Me, last week's number one song. This week it drops a couple of notches to number 3. I'm Casey Kasem. Well, now we're up to the song Kiss Me by the band Sixpence None The Richer, a song inspired by the writings of a famous self-destructive poet. The poet's name is Dylan Thomas, and he was born in Wales in 1914. And from the late 1930s until his death in 1953, he was one of the best-known poets in the world. Dylan Thomas wasn't just popular because his poems were good. He was popular because he was a huge radio star in England. That's where you'd often hear him reading his poems on the BBC. During the German Blitz on London, it was the voice of Dylan Thomas reading both his own poetry and stories written by others that helped many get through the long nights of bombs and terror. But though Dylan Thomas helped to calm others, he couldn't calm the demons within himself. He had a terrible drinking problem, and in 1953, while visiting New York City, he literally drank himself to death at the famous Chelsea Hotel. Dylan Thomas died at the age of 39 of alcohol poisoning. His life was tragic, but his poetry was inspiring, and still is. Matt Slocum of the band Sixpence None The Richer says he was reading the collected works of Dylan Thomas when he came across the line, "Down by the bearded barley." Well, he liked the line so much he created a song around it. A song that this week is number 13 on American Top 40. Here's Sixpence None The Richer with their Dylan-esque smash, Kiss Me. That's Lee Nash singing lead with Sixpence None The Richer on Kiss Me. This week, the Texas band slips from number 11 to 13. This is AT40, and we're counting them down.
The hits from coast to coast.
We're just a hit away from the number one song in the land, but first, patiently knocking at the door to number one for the 4th week is Sixpence None The Richer with Kiss Me. Sixpence None The Richer with the second biggest hit in the land for the 4th consecutive week. Kiss Me.
The hits from coast to coast.
We're counting down the most popular songs in the USA. When Sixpence None The Richer first released their self-titled album, there was a song that was missing. It's their current hit, There She Goes. The song was recorded after the album was finished. So if you're one of the disappointed fans who bought the CD hoping to hear the song, you're in luck. You can get a free copy of the single by logging on to www.spypromotions.com. Click on Sixpence None The Richer for details. Now, at number 17 this week, here's the Texas band with that hit, There She Goes.
There she goes, there she goes.
Sixpence None The Richer with There She Goes. This week the song rises from 19 to 17. I'm Casey Kasem. Now we're up to the latest hit for Sixpence None The Richer, a band whose female lead singer describes her fashion style as, quote, bargain. Unlike divas Celine Dion and Mariah Carey, who live to shop, Lee Nash says the only shopping she does is for necessities, a few changes of clothing when she's going on the road. And the shopping she does do isn't at upscale boutiques. Instead, she loves stores where bargain is the name of the game. She says, quote, I buy a lot of my clothes at TJ Maxx. They have the cutest little shirts and great bargains. I like bargains. If something is really cheap, I'll buy it even if I just kind of like it. Well, now that Lee lives in Nashville, she does most of her shopping in town. She says there are some pretty good thrift stores. And her favorite clothing item is an old coat that she bought at a vintage clothing store. The coat came with a ripped pocket, But she's not going to fix it. She says it's part of the coat's charm. That's Lee Nash's clothing style. Now, here's her singing style. Moving up a notch to number 21 on AT40, this is There She Goes by Sixpence None The Richer.
There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes.
Climbing from 22 to 21, that's Sixpence None The Richer with There She Goes.